Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something that's been on my mind for a while, the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! And more specifically, why I think the game needs a brand new anime series if it wants to grow its player base and stay relevant in the long term. Let's be real, Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't just a card game. It's a global franchise built on the back of its iconic anime series that originally premiered in the United States on April 18th, 2000. The anime brought Yu-Gi-Oh! To life, turning a simple children's card game into a cultural phenomenon, rivaling the likes of Pokemon even back in the day. As the game evolves, so do the mechanics. New card types, faster paced gameplay, and more complex strategies are constantly shaping the meta. But the anime, it's kind of stuck in the past. The anime needs to reflect the current state of the game and appeal to both veteran players and newcomers. Without that type of connection, players, especially the younger ones, might not see the appeal of picking up the cards. So, what's the solution? Why do we need a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime? A fresh new anime could do a few things. First, it can modernize the story. We need a story that resonates with today's audience, something with fresh characters, high stakes, and maybe even a deeper connection to modern day issues. An anime that can speak to the current generation while staying true to the essence of Yu-Gi-Oh! Imagine a show that explores the card game's evolution in real time. The new anime can integrate the modern game like link summoning, pendulum, and fusion summoning in a way that makes sense. The goal should be to bring the game to life in a way that feels seamless and exciting. A dynamic, engaging anime would spark interest in the card game itself. First off, the world has changed a lot since the early Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. Back in the day, the show was about friendship, rivalry, and exciting drama of high-stakes duels, and while themes are timeless, the context in which they're presented needs to evolve. Think about the world today. Technology, gaming, and the way that we connect to each other has changed drastically. A new anime could reflect the digital age and perhaps focus on the rise of online dueling platforms, dive into how the game itself is integrated into modern life, much like esports are today, and imagine a show that explores not only physical duels but also online tournaments, competitive dueling, and virtual reality, something that connects more closely with younger audiences. Major reason why the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime is to align with the current state of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game itself. We're come a long way since the simple days of summoning Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon. With the introduction of Link summoning, Pendulum monsters, and the newer Master Duel format, the game has evolved into a complex, dynamic experience, and these game mechanics haven't always been fully represented in the anime. The current series, like Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, has made attempts, but they've also often been more about introducing fun mechanics that feel disconnected from what's actually happening in competitive play. Wouldn't it be awesome to see someone resolve a tier limit combo in the anime? Or see an upcoming card from an upcoming set in the anime beforehand? Back in the day, you would be able to see cards in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime and then basically go to the store and try to buy a pack to pull that card. Can't quite do that anymore. To grow the player base that attracts serious duelists, we need an anime that demonstrates the true depth of and excitement of today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Mechanics. A new series could not only teach players about the game's most recent strategies, but also demonstrate them in high-stakes, visually stunning duels. Konami now has a new animation studio. This would be a perfect opportunity to flex those muscles. Another key reason for a new anime is the opportunity to introduce fresh new characters. While the past protagonists like Yugi, Jade, and Yusei are all beloved by fans, the new series could present an entirely new cast that resonates with the current generation. We need characters who not only reflect the evolution of the game, but also represent the diverse range of personalities and motivations that connect with today's viewers. Think about characters who are passionate about the game, but maybe also face real world challenges like social media pressure, school work-life balance, or building a career in gaming. The current Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime doesn't always align with how the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game is played, and this can be a barrier to new players. A new series could solve this by integrating the game mechanics to the plot in a way that feels organic and exciting. Imagine a story where the protagonists aren't just battling for the sake of the drama, but are actively teaching viewers how to play the game through the duels. The anime could show important game mechanics like the importance of hand traps, reading your opponent's or deck building strategies in a natural way that both entertains and educates. This would make it much easier for a new player to pick up the game because they're seeing it in action in real time, creating a gateway to a competitive community. We've seen how shows like Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon have been able to spark massive interest in their respective games. A well-executed Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime could do the same. A new anime that showcases the thrill of the tournament play, the camaraderie between duelists, and the excitement of major competitions could inspire viewers to join the Yu-Gi-Oh community in a more meaningful way, and by doing so, it could ignite an interest in not just casual play, but also serious competitive dueling. Personally speaking, I think one of the best parts of Yu-Gi-Oh is the camaraderie and the holistic experience. You get to travel, so it's like a vacation. You get to see your Yu-Gi-Oh family basically once a month, every couple months, maybe once a year, depending on your schedule. And you also get to play in a very highly competitive, stakes-driven event. It's great for the glory. In a very close-knit community where everyone knows each other. So there you have it. There's a lot of potential in creating a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh anime that can modernize the franchise and appeal to a new generation and help expand the game's player base. A fresh new anime series would not only connect the current game mechanics, but also create a new whole world of opportunities for players and fans alike. Let's talk about why this is crucial. If Yu-Gi-Oh wants to grow its player base, the anime is a perfect vehicle to drive that change. Right now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a strong community of competitive players, but the game's reach could be expanded beyond just hardcore fans. A new anime would introduce the game to a whole new audience who might not have ever considered picking up a deck. Each new season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Has found ways to appeal to different age groups. From intense duels and deeper themes of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds to the more lighthearted and accessible Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, the anime has consistently drawn in younger audiences while retaining the nostalgia of older fans. Whether it's a new protagonist, a new setting, or an updated set of rules or monsters, the anime is able to refresh the franchise and keep it relevant. This is a direct impact on the card game. With each new anime series, we see a surge in new players picking up the cards and participating in the game because the anime makes them feel like a part of something bigger. While many kids may first encounter Yu-Gi-Oh! Through the anime, they quickly become interested in the cards, tournaments, and all the other facets of the franchise. It's this connection between the anime and the card game that drives the growth of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. Remember how Yu-Gi-Oh! Felt back in the day? The excitement of seeing your favorite characters face off in epic duels, the mix of friendship, strategy, and high-stakes drama that made this show so compelling. A new anime could tap into that magic, blending action-packed duels with deeper character development, making the game feel exciting for new and returning fans. A well-crafted series could inspire a whole new generation of players to jump into the game. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful aspects of Yu-Gi-Oh! That we can't forget, the magic of the early seasons. The original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime captivated audiences worldwide with its compelling blend of friendship, strategy, and high-stakes duels. For a lot of us, this still hard-to-top feeling of excitement that we got from watching Yugi face off against his rivals or seeing legendary duels between Yugi and Kaiba for the first time. The early seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a unique balance. It wasn't just about cards, it was about characters, emotions, and intense and unforgettable moments. These aren't just duels, they're battles for the heart, soul, and honor of the characters involved. It was a sense of epicness that made the game feel special. The early anime had an undeniable emotional hook. We weren't just watching Yu-Gi-Oh! For the card play, we were investing in the characters' struggles, growth, and relationships. From Yugi and his bond with the Spirit of the Pharaoh to the rivalry between Yugi and Kaiba, and even the friendships forged through duels like Joey and Yugi, and the emotional stakes that were always high. Think about the first time you saw Yugi face off against Pegasus in Duelist Kingdom. It wasn't just about winning the duel, it was about protecting his friends and proving himself. That emotional weight where the outcome of the duel meant something beyond just the cards made Yu-Gi-Oh! Feel personal. It wasn't just a game, it was a journey. A new anime could revive this emotional intensity by creating similarly complex relationships between new characters, giving the duels depth beyond the strategy, and we need stakes that make the audience care about who wins and loses, not just because of the game, but because of what's at risk for the characters involved. Additionally, we could have duels tied to real-world conflicts, like dealing with the rise of esports, the commercialization of the card game, or dealing with the big corporations trying to control the game. By tying the duels to something relatable, it brings the same emotional weight the original show had. The things that truly made Yu-Gi-Oh! Magical in its early seasons was the sense of discovery. When we watched the show, we were discovering not just the game itself, but the world of Yu-Gi-Oh!, its unique monsters, and the exciting plot twists. Every episode felt like a new adventure. Think back at the first time you saw Dark Magician or Blue Eyes White Dragon on screen. These iconic cards didn't just become powerful monsters, they became symbols of the show's core theme, and they represented the legacy of dueling beyond just the duelists and the cards themselves. These weren't just cards, they were characters in their own rights. A new anime could reignite some sense of wonder by introducing new powerful monsters and legendary duels that capture the same magic. New fans could discover powerful monsters for the first time, and longtime fans could see their old favorites in a new, fresh light. Imagine a scenario where new cards, combos, and strategies come into play, each adding layers of excitement and discovery for both new and veteran players alike. The sense of wonder would reignite the passion for both the anime and the card game. By respecting the legacy of the original show while pushing forward with fresh ideas. In modern visuals, the new anime could strike the perfect balance between old and new, and it would keep the magic alive while ensuring that Yu-Gi-Oh remains relevant for a new generation. The anime gave us legendary nail-biting moments like the final battle in Duelist Kingdom between Merrick and Yugi, or the epic battles between Jaden and his final enemies. A new series could deliver on these same kind of epic duels with huge plot-defining moments that keep the audience on the edge of their seat. Imagine a new cast of characters facing off in duels that become iconic for both the stakes and the innovative plays. And of course, we need those unforgettable high-tension moments that leave fans talking long after the episode ends. So, as you can see, bringing back the magic of the early Yu-Gi-Oh seasons isn't just about nostalgia, it's about capturing the essence of what made Yu-Gi-Oh special in the first place. Emotionally charged duels, high stakes, and unforgettable characters that have a sense of discovery and wonder. If a new Yu-Gi-Oh anime can tap into those same feelings while staying current with the game's evolution, it could create something truly special for both new and old fans. So there you have it. If Yu-Gi-Oh is going to grow, I think it needs a fresh new anime that reflects the current game and speaks to today's audience. It's time to bring back the franchise to the spotlight and show the world what Yu-Gi-Oh is all about. Alright guys, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think a new Yu-Gi-Oh anime is necessary? What would you want to see in it? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content.